Hey, beautiful human. I feel really inspired to come in and share with you today about something that I feel really strongly about. If you are a soul led woman, a heart led woman that um, struggles to complete things, if you like the creation phase, but then it just kind of fizzles out into nothing. If you do something and you release it and it doesn't quite get the traction that you want, and so then you go back to the drawing board and you start again. If you feel like you're really in something and you're really connected to it, and then you're feeling really disconnected, then I know exactly why that is. And it's something that I will share with you because it is so super important we know the source of where this is coming from. However, I'm going to warn you that if this is something that you experience, whenever a lot of women hear this, it's this tiny little freeze, this moment where their butt clenches and they go, "Oh God, I feel so seen." And you want to push it away and reject it and go, "Oh, that's not me. That's not important." And, it's, that's not relevant to me. So if that's your response, then welcome that and still continue watching because um it's more important than we give it credit for. So if you think of all creation, the birthplace of all things, right? It comes from the womb, right? As women, we birth from the womb, we create from the womb, we give life from the womb, right? And here's the thing is we can be as tapped in and connected to spirit as we want and still not see things to completion, still not get the results that we want because we're disconnected to our pleasure, right? Or we'll be having this very surface level transaction with our womb space, right? With our connection to our sexuality or our sensuality or our pleasure body. So my invitation is for you to firstly just recognize that if you're someone who can't quite see things through and starts again and creates and has a gazillion ideas, but they never quite um, have the impact that you want, or you don't see them into completion, or you feel the adrenaline, you love the adrenaline of the startup creation phase, but then once it fizzles out, then so do you and so do the idea, and you've got a lot of a full car parked of half-baked ideas and products or courses or whatever it is, right? And so what we want to do is recognize that this is where we become addicted to the charge, right? Or to the adrenaline of creation, of the startup, right? It's like falling in love and you're in that honeymoon phase, right? Everything is exciting and everything is like, yes, I just want to do this. But who are we when that charge is gone, right? Can we still trust? Can we still commit? Can we still create and execute? Right. And this is the part that really determines whether we can have a long lasting relationship with this thought, with this idea, with this person, with this business, with this service, with this job, whatever it is. So there is nothing wrong with you. What I'm going to suggest is that you're disconnected to your pleasure body. How connected are you to your womb? Right? To the pleasure body, because this is what gives us life. This is what makes it sustainable, right? And so we're no longer crashing and burning and crashing and burning. We're finding equilibrium throughout all five bodies, right? So, we've got a mental body, we've got a spirit body, we've got a physical body, we've got an emotional body, and we've got an energy body. All of these 5 bodies are equal. But what happens is we prioritize the mental body, right? For some people prioritize the physical body, some people prioritize the spirit body. And what happens is there's a collapse and a malfunction, so to speak, in all of these other bodies because this one body has too much pressure, right? So we overcompensate and we try to find some sort of balance when this cosmic order is out of balance, right? So it all stems from the pleasure body. How connected are you to your pleasure? And I'm not talking about anything external, right? We don't need anything external. A part of this erotic empowerment for soul-led women is understanding that we don't need crystals. We don't need tarot cards. We don't need anything. We don't need a pleasure wand. We don't need all of these external things to make us hum, to make us feel yum. We are self-sourced, right? And so this is the biggest thing that I teach in my containers, is because we cannot move forward in the way that truly matters to move the needle forward until we recognize how deeply intimate we are with our pleasure body, right? So if we dismiss it, if we deem it, if we go, joy is really important to me, or happiness is really important to me, is we're dancing around all of these things that are around pleasure because it feels safe and it feels comfortable and it's not quite taboo, but it's still not pleasure, because pleasure has a very unique currency that no other currency has. It runs a very different narrative and a very different current through our bodies. So here's the thing, our bodies will always chase it, right? We'll always chase that charge in the body. But are we chasing it from a place of power and autonomy and discernment and benevolence? Or is it fear-based? Or is it shame-based? Right? So very different currency, right? So the invitation here for you is to recognize that your beautiful womb, whether you still have it or it's been removed, the energetic currency is still there. Your relationship to pleasure is still there. And it is not redundant. And it still serves a very important piece in your happiness, in your lifestyle, in all of the dreams that you want to create, right? The more connected you are to your pleasure body, the more your intuition hums, the more connected you are to spirit, the more productive you are, the more unique you are, the more you stand out, the better you connect with others, the better sex and the better relationships you have, the relationship with friends, family, kids, all of it changes when you are connected to your unique internal innate yum. Right? So if you want to stop bouncing around from idea to ideas and actually see something through and gain traction and let things compound and have juicier life, love, leadership, all the bits that really matter, then tune into the pleasure body. I'm going to drop a 5-minute meditation below for you, and you can tune it out. You can check it out. And I encourage you to do it every single day for a week, and it's there for yours there on after. You'll find that it'll really connect you into your pleasure body, connect you into the womb. And you will begin to really get comfortable. The first base here in this journey is you being comfortable with pleasure. So not seeing it as taboo, right? So let it be a journey of you going deeper and deeper and deeper into pleasure, connecting into the pleasure body. But for now, you want to get comfortable. That's your number one goal. Get comfortable with your pleasure. Recognize, yeah, actually, I do have a bit of shame. I do have a bit of guilt. I do have a bit of embarrassment. It feels a bit edgy for me, right? The thing is this is if this is you, then you're stuck. You've got a pleasure edge. You've got a pleasure threshold. Like we've got a pain threshold, we've also got a pleasure threshold. So I have just done a video on that as well. So you can check that out as well. And because once you understand pain and pleasure thresholds, then that is a game changer as well. So you can check out that video as well. However, for now, getting comfortable with your pleasure, not being ashamed of it. So once you build that comfortability with pleasure, and then we can let it compound, and then you can really begin to understand and feel the ripple effect and just how yum this life can be, how yum you can be, and how unique your message and your voice and your juice can be when you're connected to your pleasure. Big love, everybody. I'm Renee Main, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.